Today on the channel, it's a Christmas miracle as we finally got the long-awaited, much-anticipated Zombie Sailor Retro Jeff Jarrett.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another retro wrestling figure unboxing and review. And today, we head to the land of Zombie Sailor toys for the Jeff Jarrett. I believe, wasn't this like San Diego Comic-Con 2021 when this went up for pre-order? And now here we are about a year and a half later. We finally got Jeff Jarrett in our hands here. Of course, the much anticipated, long-awaited Jeff Jarrett. And this is on an orange card, which is very fitting, as we do know, because he was originally earmarked for the orange card Hasbro's way back in the day. But remember, for all your WWE, AEW wrestling figure needs that aren't Zombie Sailor toys, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Very cool to get Jeff Jarrett here, as we do know Jeff Jarrett has not gotten very many figures over the years. Very, very interesting. His career really has been interesting. And I think one of the reasons, probably the biggest reason he hasn't got a lot of figures, is his ebbs and flows of his career. You know, going to the WWE, then, or WWF at the time, then jumping over to WCW, then back to WWE, back to WCW, then kind of blackballed, then over to TNA. We did get some TNA figures, as we do know, but TNA, not quite the WWE at the time as far as action figures rolling out on a consistent basis. So Jeff Jarrett missed out on the retros. Obviously, he was too young for the LJNs. And then we did get some Bone Crunchers in there, but really missed the Ruthless Aggression era outside of Jack's TNA figures. And then kind of in limbo for quite some time and not really signed anywhere. And Zombie Sailor getting quite lucky, signing him to here. And we do hope we'll get an AEW figure of Jeff Jarrett. I got to think we'll get a Last Outlaw. I would think it's in the cards for 2023, so I guess we'll stay tuned on that one. But let's take a look at old Double J. Really breaks my heart to unbox this, guys. This guy is selling as of right now for like $145 online, so this is a pricey piece. A lot of people obviously missed out on him. It was just a short pre-order window. You had your time to order. After that, forever hold your peace. So that's why he is worth a lot more these days. But you know, for science, we got to unbox it. We got to do that. But there's old Double J in the package looking good. You got his signature. Old school Jeff Jarrett there. Almost reminds me when I first saw Jeff Jarrett back in the USWA days. Of course, Heels and Faces is the toy line from Zombie Sailor. Check him out online, of course. Love the little Ron Rudak call out at the top. Very SummerSlam-esque, if you remember the packaging in the Hasbro's back in the day. Very, very cool, nostalgic packaging right here is what we got. On the back, of course, we got that big cross-sell. We got the blurb. We got the UPC Zombie Sailor point. I don't know if that's going to get us anything. Maybe I should cut that out just in case. But very cool there. I love the big cross-sell. What's it say on the back here? You even got the Ron Rudat blueprint. It says, many years ago, Jeff Jarrett and others were going to be turned into action figures as part of the fabled Orange Card series. Sadly, that line was canceled. Those figures never saw the light of day until now. Zombie Sailor Toys is partnered directly with Jeff Jarrett to bring his unreleased Orange Card series figure to life. And of course, they use the original Ron Rudat drawings way back in the day. But it does promote Series 1 here. Of course, Sabu, Earl Hebner, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, Dino Bravo. Check out those unboxings on the channel. Danhausen, February. Maybe we'll get Danhausen. Him and Jeff Jarrett have been in limbo for quite some time. And then we got the next series with Kevin Sullivan, King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant, Nick Gage, Bruiser Brody, and Raven. And then there's another Andre the Giant here that'll apparently be an exclusive that'll come down the line somewhere. Just going to be a one-off figure. So stay tuned for that one as well. It does say Jeff Jarrett, 6 feet tall, 231 pounds, from Music City, USA. Beautiful this time of year. Beautiful. You can just hear it in the air, the beautiful music. Country music sensation turned wrestling star Jeff Jarrett has held gold in every major organization he's been involved with. Jeff Jarrett whacks his opponents over the head with a guitar faster than his smash hit single climbed the top of the Billboard charts. Unfortunately, no guitar accessory here. Multiple-time heavyweight champion, it does say. San Diego Comic-Con International got that because it was an exclusive over a year ago. 18 and up, of course. But man, it does look beautiful. It does look beautiful on card. But for science, we got to get him out. We got to figure out what's going on here. That's what we're doing. You guys know it pains me. I'm a min on card guy at my heart. I just don't have the room for it. And there it is, off to the races. See you later, goodbye. And we got old Double J out of the package here. And he just looks like he's getting ready to go to a jazzercise at the local library with a bunch of middle-aged women and grandmas too. Because he definitely has the outfit for it. You got the purple and the pink attack, very, very 90s. You got the headband that matches there, down to the white boots. Even the wrist tape matches up. Just very, very nice. But man, talk about a cool figure. As, of course, we all have our favorite poses of our old school Hasbro and retro style figures. A lot of people you're probably like me, you're not a big fan of the jumpers. Jimmy Snuka was really the only jumper I could really justify. But we had to play with him. We had no choice as a kid. But some positions just played so much better. You know, the Bret Hart, the Mr. Perfects of the world, some of those guys, even some of the Hogans and the Warriors, played a lot better than others. And this Jeff Jarrett would be a game changer. If I was a little kid back with my Hasbros, if this came out, this is playability perfection for the Hasbro retro style figures here. Of course, you got the bend at the arm. You can do the clotheslines, the punches there. You got another good arm that he can do different moves with that looks really good. And then he's got a nice stance on here. It's not a jumper. It's not something weird. It's just a very, very nice stance on this Jeff Jarrett figure. Just very cool. I love the skin tone on here too. It's almost like a milky white. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does have a nice white color to it. And we do know with these retro style figures, there is no actions involved. Only the Mattel ones seem to be the only ones having the action. I guess I'm okay with that. I can understand why some are not. And I have heard from some viewers out there that they're all out unless there is action. And to each their own, as we always do say. Articulation-wise, I talked about, you got the bend on the elbow right there. You do got waist articulation. Arms that go up and down, or one arm. You got head articulation, and that's it. There is no articulation at the knees or the feet or anything like that. But man, he does have a good stance to him. He does have a good look to him. I really like this Jeff Jarrett. This is absolutely fabulous as far as retro style figures go. This is one of the defining retro style figures since they've come back. I think you can put this in the last 2-3 years of retro style figures. You can put this pretty much at the top of the list. It is that good of a figure. Feels good in hand, looks good, great posability. A lot to like about this Jeff Jarrett figure. And this is what we want to see quality-wise from Zombie Sailor going forward. And he's told everybody online that this is what we're going to get. We're going to get stuff like this going forward. I just hope the speed up process, speed it up. 1.5 years is a long time to wait. That's Super 7 levels from time as well. But it sounds like Zombie's working to eventually have it. You order it, it's there within a week. Things like that, somewhere around Series 3, Series 4. I guess we'll stay tuned for that as well. I did forget to mention the JJ on his boots. Nice attention to detail with that one as well. But man, you can't beat this Jeff Jarrett. Even if he looks like a mom that's going to her jazzercise, got the headband going on, the long flowing blonde hair. Hey, he's a hot mom. He's a hot mom. There you go. But it does look really, really good. Of course, comparing this one to another Zombie Sailor retro style figure, you can put him right there against Dino Bravo, another guy we just haven't got figures from. We've got more Jeff Jarretts than Dino Bravo, if you can believe that. But those scale together very well. Keeping this line uniform is going to be another key for Zombie Sailor. We got to have uniformity of sizes across the board, and I think he's going to stick to that as well. And I did grab probably the best Jeff Jarrett figure right here is the old Bone Cruncher Jeff Jarrett. Not too far removed from this era of Jeff Jarrett at all, but looks really good. Ain't I great at the end of the day? A guitar would have been good for this one, as I did say earlier too, but it does work both ways. You could technically say, this is my USWA Jeff Jarrett. You could easily say that. I don't think anybody could argue that you're wrong there, but very, very cool to get this Jeff Jarrett retro. Very cool to get it before the end of 2022. And a nice Christmas surprise for a lot of us that pre-ordered this one. So very cool to get this here. Very cool to get this out of the package. Very happy to have this in my collection. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? You pick up this Double J. Was it an easy pass? You passed on it? Or are you one of the ones that passed? Now you want it. You're going to have to pay more on the secondary market. Well, let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Give this video the old thumbs up. It always helps the channel. Don't forget about the Patreon channel as well, as that is your best way to support the channel. As you guys know, we got Q&A videos, bonus videos, exclusive content, early access to videos, and a whole lot more over there on the old Patreon. And you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And then don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you're going to find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Double J, Jeff Jarrett, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.